This video right here has a ton of stuff packed into it. We're finally able to get our desert journey back out. And that's exciting because this is actually one of my favorite cars. This thing is absolutely insane. This car goes perfectly with the motor system that I've got in it. Of course, originally it was a Holyton and had smaller wheels. We have a lot of things that need to be addressed. First is this broken knuckle, which I've actually got aluminum ones to put on. Hopefully that'll improve rigidity and handling. And we're also going to beef up the body shell because this keeps happening. We have a brand new one here. This is actually our third body on this car. This was the second one and this was the first one. So obviously something has to be done. So this video also contains the fourth episode of our body shell reinforcement experiment. Now, if this is your first time hearing about the body shell reinforcement experiment, here's basically what it is. We all know that body shells are definitely a weak point on these cars. Really any car. It's going to get destroyed. And my goal through these episodes is to find a way to keep them lasting the longest while also finding the one that is easiest and cheapest to apply with the best results. So far we have got 1, 2, 3, and we are doing the fourth one now. I'll leave a link to the playlist on my channel where you can watch all of these if you haven't seen all of them or any of them yet. This one, we also included a little bit of a crack repair. And so far, after quite a hefty beating, it's holding up pretty well. We also have several other methods that we're still going to try in the future, including on the Creighton. You might decide to use an easy one that doesn't work as well on your cheaper cars and spend a couple hours on your more expensive body shells that you use and maybe abuse the most. Now, we put these bodies and the cars in general through extreme testing conditions, so you'll really be able to see if these hold up or if they don't. And this one's actually going to be a hybrid of a couple of our past methods. I've actually already coated the inside of it with this Rust-Oleum leak seal as a base, which is actually what we did on method number 3. And that did actually help some. Then we're gonna add drywall tape and shoe glue like we did in method number 1. Hopefully the end result will be an indestructible body. Almost, I guess, anyway. I'm not gonna show the application of this because I've already got it in past videos, but I will put links to both of those videos in the description. We're also going to strengthen this chassis plate to help keep this from happening again. We're going to re-glue the tires, and then we're gonna bash the absolute snot out of it. We are first gonna get started with the replacement of the awesome aluminum knuckles. So go ahead and hit the thumbs up button now so you don't have to take your focus away from the video to do it later. There's that broken knuckle. And so far I am definitely impressed with how these look. I've got the shoe goo fully applied. I will say that I actually prefer the black because it's much harder to tell where you've already applied it on the clear stuff. I'm using a 13/64 drill bit to drill through the holes. And also drilling brand new holes for these body clip retainers because these are an absolute must. Then we get the wing mounts in. Mount the wing on the mounts. If you haven't seen me talk about this before, this is a great way to remove broken or even stripped screws. As long as you can get a bite with these guys on there, it's coming out. I've got a brand new metal brace to go here, and the old one I have bent to follow the contour of the bumper. We're going to use some beefier screws as well. Be sure not to use screws that are any longer than the originals, otherwise they might hit the differential inside. And I'm re-gluing all these tires. If you do this, you'd be real careful because it gets real sticky real fast. Look how much space there is between where the pin goes through and where the bearing is. You see that?
Yeah.
So what I did was put a washer that fits pretty tightly over the axle as a spacer. It worked on this side because otherwise that's going to put a whole lot of stress on the axle, and these axles already bend way too easily. The rear doesn't have room for a washer, so I guess it's actually a problem with the knuckles in the front. Now the other point of this video is to test out our method number 2. This is the shoe goo without drywall tape that we did a couple videos ago. And this is the first time that we've had this one out since doing that. So we're gonna see how this one does as well. This truck is so bouncy, but we have the Pro version on the way that comes with oil-filled shocks and all the metal stuff and a bigger motor. Yeah. Wing already broke off. Oh man, what? Both of my front body clips broke. I mean body mounts up top. All right, I put some rubber bands on it for now because those front body posts broke. Whoa. Ah, oh nice.
Yes! I went that bump. I did a double front flip.
No way. Ah. Ooh. That was pretty awesome.
What just happened to your car? Oh, the shock broke.
Oh, the shock did break. Darn it.
Also,
Like the shock tower is broke and the shock. I ran into that little stepping stone that keeps popping out for some reason.
Daddy!
All right, so that car broke a whole bunch. So I'm gonna take some parts off of this one, which is the Piranha, because it's got the broken chassis. I'm gonna swap some of those over to this one so we can keep running it and keep testing this body. Well, Max snapped an axle cup, so he's running on front wheel drive now. I got mine back together as best I could. It has a bent hinge pin right here at the control arm and the new knuckle. So this wheel's a little bit sidetracked and we're back in business. Oh, what? Again? Broke another chassis? Oh, and my battery flew out. I'm gonna land one more front flip. Hey, there's a stick in it.
Hey!
Ow! God!
You're gonna break your chassis.
The chassis is already broken.
Make the front flip. And you're gonna see what's gonna happen. Don't break!
Broken chassis front flip. Oh my gosh. It's in pretty bad shape. This thing's dog tracking real bad. Oy! Yes! That is about as bad as a car can get and still run. And I got a front flip. All right, now a back flip.
Oh.
Oy! Oh yeah. Oh, no, no. No broken axle, just a wheel pin. I'm just gonna go till this thing explodes. Because pretty much every wheel's turning in its own direction. I really cannot believe this thing's still going. Oh, there it went. I knew it was gonna happen eventually. What did we get?
Oh.
Yeah, lower control arm. All right. Lower control arms, she's done. This might actually be one of the most carnagey bashes we've ever done. Carnagey? Is that a word? It is now. We have a lot of breakage. We're gonna go look at it all, and then we're gonna look at the body. I actually do see some damage on this body, so we're gonna go over that here in a second. So we're gonna check out this one first. Just see if there's any damage to the body. That's really all we're looking for on this truck. Pretty much this truck's entire run, it just did crashes and cartwheels. So seeing that there is no damage is a very good sign. That's impressive. This is the shoe goo without drywall tape. I did nothing to prep the body except clean it and then put the shoe goo on it directly. Well, so far that's a pretty proven method. We'll have this truck out again for even more testing. This one took quite the beating. When the wing mount broke, it did not hurt the body at all. It actually broke the plastic nubs off. Here's where it did get damaged some. The body did crack away here, but the shoe goo stayed intact. So what I'll probably end up doing is putting some more goo on the outside of this and then thicken up the inside as well and just keep on rolling with it. The problem with this one is that when this body is mounted to the car, it is touching that front bumper. So any frontal impact is gonna put a lot of pressure right here, and that's probably why that happens. So far, it's hard to tell if using the leak seal before the drywall tape added any rigidity. So besides the chassis damage here, which actually broke in the exact same place as the other one, we have the broken shock tower that we've replaced with the one off of this car, the broken lower control arm, along with a bent hinge pin. I believe this other rear hinge pin is bent a little bit as well. And I also just noticed that this rear shock tower is cracked. We also broke the end off of this shock. Other than all that, she is perfect. Once we get the new chassis in for these, I'm gonna have to find a way to reinforce them to keep that from happening. Well, just like most of our videos do, this one ends with more broken stuff. But we really hope you enjoyed it. If there's a certain method of body shell reinforcement that you would like to see, leave that in the comments. If there's a method that we've done that you like or that you've already tried, leave in the comments how that worked out for you. We'd love to know. The next method that we're gonna try is actually one I've been looking forward to quite a bit because it should be really easy to apply. And I think it'll have some pretty decent results. Subscribe so you don't miss that. Hit the notification bell. If you can hit the like button on this video, that would be awesome. And we will see you next time.